2010-03 RR Appeal Reviewer's Response. In suggesting that the reviewers were being racist, misogynistic, or a combination of the two, Miss R is not only being rather insulting towards her reviewers, who should have been given the courtesy of at least trying to avoid any such suggestion in their line of questioning. She is also missing the point of the line of questioning. The point of asking questions about candidates' attitudes to diversity are threefold, not in any particular order. One is to test the candidates' own attitudes to diversity, whatever their own ethnic background or gender. The other is to test how they would react to inappropriate or abusive statements or behaviour on the parts of third parties directed towards themselves. And thirdly, and most importantly, how would they react if such abuse or inappropriate statements or behaviour were directed towards somebody else in their presence, particularly one who is junior to them in the organisation for which they both work. Stop. For if a person in a position of authority or seniority cannot, as it were, stand up for themselves in the face of such inappropriate behaviour, how can they be expected to do so when such behaviour or abuse is directed to somebody who is for whom they are responsible? Stop. In some ways responsible. Stop. This is not to say that a person who is shy or non-assertive in nature cannot become a chartered engineer. But it is clear that faced with possible situations in which inappropriate statements may be made towards them or others for whom they are responsible, they should be sure that they are accompanied by somebody who is prepared to speak and act for and on their behalf. Otherwise, their ability to manage and lead is compromised. Stop. This also raises the question of whether, if a person is putting themselves up for chartered membership of the ICE, principally as a technical expert, whether they, in the case of an inquiry or an investigation of a failure of a particular asset, they will be able to stand up to the kind of implied assertions as to their competence under cross-examination. That, of course, is beyond the scope of the Chartered Professional Review, but is still, nevertheless, it's still nevertheless a reasonable consideration for reviewers to have in the back of their mind when they are judging, when they are reviewing a candidate's fittedness to be a chartered engineer. Stop.